Football is a game enjoyed by millions of people. It is the country's favorite pastime. But have you ever thought of it from the player's perspective? Maybe sometimes the lights get a little too bright, the crowd gets a little too loud, and the media gets a little too cruel. In the story A Million Dollar Throw by Mike Lupica, the main character, Nate Brody, has a young kid's aspirations. However, unlike most kids, he happens to be one of the top 8th grade quarterbacks in the state. Nate's best friend is Abby McCall, who is the typical girl next door, pretty, vibrant, and intellectual. But what Nate doesn't realize is Abby's going blind. Even though Nate's home life had been rough due to his family losing money after his dad was fired, something happened to something happening to Abby wasn't what he needed. This book would be the perfect sports cinema classic to even go along with the likes of films such as Unbreakable, The Blind Side, and Rudy. Furthermore, one of the reasons I say this is because of the main man, Nate Brody. The inclusion of his character shows football and the support needed to succeed in the sport. The support needed to succeed in a sport. Football isn't just about the sport, it's about the bonds on and off the field. Nate Brody is a different cat. He has depth to him. What may seem like a collected and calm quarterback is the kid who doesn't even know if his parents can afford to keep a roof over his head, and is the kid whose best friend is going blind. Another reason this movie would be a hit is because of Nate's biggest fan, his best friend Abby McCall. She takes over the whole book for me in a way I couldn't understand until the very end of it. The word that sticks out with her is that she is mentally tough. A girl who is on the verge of going totally blind still wakes up every morning with a smile on her face, hoping for the best. Even in a sea of darkness, literal darkness, she finds a way to somehow find light, which is extraordinary. To further delineate, even with her disease, she doesn't make everything revolve around her. Abby makes it as if she is totally normal and that everything is fine, not taking the time to talk about her treatments or any breakthroughs in her case, but taking the time to ask Nate how practice was or how his day was. Lastly, the final and most important reason this should be made into a motion picture is because not just Nate and Abby as characters, it is the bond that they have with one another that makes the book. It isn't cliche like most friendships, it's genuine. Both of them have problems that make them struggle. However, Nate and Abby don't focus on their problems, they focus on each other's problems. Without one, another, both would be completely lost. Moreover, whenever one of them needs someone to talk to, they go to the other. Football is a temporary thing for Nate, whether he makes it pro or not, but a bond like the one he has with Abby could surely last a lifetime. To sum up, without football, Nate would be lost. Moreover, without Abby, he would be nothing. This relates to life because in many instances, people take friendship for granted. People think that sometimes a job or a career is more important than a friend. Well, they're wrong. When you are down, is a job going to lift you up? No amount of money in the world can buy friendship. To recapitulate, football isn't about the sport. It is about the bonds outside of the sport.